Are you tired of your plants dying despite your best efforts? Welcome to the ultimate guide to watering, where we delve into the secrets of keeping your plants alive and thriving. It's not just about pouring water into a pot, but understanding how and when to do it right. Proper watering techniques are vital for plant health and can be the difference between a lush garden and a plant graveyard. So, let's dive in. Because understanding the science behind plant watering can revolutionize your gardening experience. The first step in mastering watering is understanding soil moisture. Soil moisture, in simple terms, is the amount of water retained in the soil. It's the lifeblood of your plants, and it's what makes your garden thrive. It's a delicate balance. Too dry, and your plants could wilt and die. But too wet, and you risk drowning your plants and causing root rot. You might think, well, I'll just water my plants every day and they'll be fine. But it's not quite that simple. Different types of plants need different amounts of water. Succulents, for example, thrive in dry soil, while ferns prefer a more humid environment. So, how do you know how much moisture is in your soil? It's not as difficult as you might think. One tried and true method is the finger test. Simply stick your finger about an inch into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time to water. If it feels wet, hold off for a day or two. But let's take it a step further. For a more accurate measurement, consider investing in a soil moisture meter. This handy tool gives a numerical reading of the moisture content in your soil, taking the guesswork out of watering. Remember, the goal is to water deeply and infrequently. This encourages the roots to grow deeper into the soil, making your plants more resilient and drought-tolerant. A good rule of thumb is to water when the top 1 to 2 inches of soil is dry. It's also important to consider the time of day when watering. Early morning is best, as the cooler temperatures reduce evaporation. Plus, watering in the morning gives the plants plenty of time to absorb the water before the heat of the day. Understanding soil moisture is not just about knowing when to water, but also how much to water. It's about observing your plants, understanding their needs, and responding accordingly. So the next time you reach for that watering can, take a moment to check the soil moisture. Your plants will thank you for it. Mastering soil moisture is your first step to healthier, happier plants. Not all plants are created equal, especially when it comes to watering. This is a simple yet powerful truth that many of us tend to overlook. Now, let's dive into the fascinating world of plant needs and how recognizing these can be a game changer for your green friends. Just like humans, plants too have their preferences. Some love basking in the sun with their feet soaked in water, while others prefer a cool, shady spot with just a sip now and then. Understanding these preferences is the first step towards becoming a successful plant parent. Take cacti and succulents, for instance. These hardy plants hail from arid regions and have adapted to survive with minimal water. They store water in their leaves, stems, and roots, and thus, overwatering can lead to root rot. On the other hand, we have plants like ferns and orchids that thrive in humid environments. They need their soil to remain consistently moist, but not waterlogged. Identifying your plant's needs begins with understanding their natural habitat. Is it a tropical rainforest or a desert? This gives you a clue about their watering needs. But remember, it's not just about the amount of water but also the frequency. Some plants prefer a deep soak less frequently, while others benefit from smaller, more frequent waterings. Next, observe your plant. Yellow leaves can mean either overwatering or underwatering. If the leaves turn yellow and the soil is wet, you're probably overwatering. If the leaves are yellow and the soil is dry, it's likely underwatered. Wilting can also be a sign of both over or underwatering. So, it's all about striking the right balance. Also, seasons matter. Plants generally need more water during the growing season and less during dormancy. So, adjust your watering schedule accordingly. Lastly, listen to your plants. Yes, you heard it right. Plants often show signs when they are in distress. Droopy leaves, brown tips, slow growth, these are all cries for help. Responding promptly to these signs can save your plant from unnecessary stress. By recognizing your plant's unique needs, you can tailor your watering approach for optimal growth. And remember, the goal is not just to keep your plants alive, but to help them thrive. After all, happy plants make for a happy home. Equip yourself with the right tools to make watering a breeze. Now let's dive into the world of efficient watering tools. Just as a chef needs a variety of knives to create culinary masterpieces, a gardener requires different watering tools to cater to the diverse needs of their plants. Let's explore some of these tools and how they can transform your watering routine. First up, we have the humble watering can. It's a classic for a reason. A watering can gives you control over the amount of water you're dispensing, making it ideal for indoor plants and seedlings that require gentle watering. Plus, it's portable and requires no setup, a perfect tool for those quick watering sessions. Next, we have hose attachments, a gardener's secret weapon. These handy devices turn your ordinary garden hose into a versatile watering tool. From fan sprayers for a gentle shower to jet sprayers for deep watering, hose attachments are all about customization. They allow you to adjust the water flow to suit different plants and their watering needs. Lastly, let's talk about irrigation systems. These are the epitome of efficient watering. Drip irrigation systems deliver water directly to the root zone of your plants. This not only conserves water but also promotes deep root growth. Soaker hoses, another type of irrigation system, are great for watering rows of plants or large garden beds. They seep water directly into the soil, reducing water waste and ensuring your plants get the hydration they need. And let's not forget about timers. These devices can be attached to your watering systems to automate the watering process. With a timer, you can set your watering schedule and forget about it. Your plants get watered, even when you're away or simply forget. The beauty of these tools is that they can be mixed and matched according to your garden's needs and your personal preferences. They take the guesswork out of watering and ensure your plants receive the right amount of water at the right time. With the right tools in hand, watering becomes less of a chore and more of a joy. Let's put theory into practice and see these watering techniques in action. Imagine a sunny afternoon. The soil in your garden is warm to the touch, signaling that it's time to quench your plant's thirst. Now, remembering our discussion on soil moisture, you'd know that a light watering wouldn't suffice. Your thirsty plants need a deep watering, so you reach for your watering can, making sure to water the base of the plant, not the leaves, to avoid any risk of fungal diseases. Next, let's consider succulents, those charming, hardy plants that grace our homes and offices with their intriguing forms. They don't require frequent watering. In fact, overwatering is their nemesis. So for these little fellows, a good soaking about once a week during their growing season will do just fine. Remember to let the water drain completely, as succulents detest waterlogged soil. Now consider your vegetable patch. It's a different story altogether. They need consistent moisture for optimal growth. So, a daily check on the soil moisture and a responsive watering schedule will keep your veggies happy and healthy. What about your indoor plants? Well, they also have their own watering needs. Some, like the peace lily, enjoy their soil being constantly moist, while others, like the snake plant, prefer their soil to dry out between waterings. With practice, these watering techniques will become second nature. Watering is an art, and now, you're well on your way to becoming a master. Remember, the core of successful watering lies in understanding soil moisture, recognizing your plant's unique needs, and utilizing efficient tools. It's a dance between the plant, the soil, and you, the gardener. With these techniques at your fingertips, you've got all you need to breathe life into your green spaces. So why wait? Transform your gardening today and witness your plants thrive like never before.